Family and friends, welcome back to the channel. Not too much going on. Still, we're hoping to close for the house at the end of this month. Currently, we're in November, heading into the last week. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving, those in America. Hope everyone's happy and healthy. What we're going to discuss today is what countries I studied and why, and some of the things happening financially in America. These are things that I looked up, okay? 58% of Americans right now are living check to check. I'm not making fun of it, believe me. There have been times for me in April where we really struggled, especially early on in our marriage. So believe me, I get it. But 58% of Americans today are living check to check. You know, how frightening is that? 40% will only have Social Security for retirement. I mean, that's all they're going to have. And on top of that, once you hit 65, you know, or you can get Medicare, right? It ain't free. Medicare right now, the current cost anywhere between $174 and $371, depending on you get parts A, B, C, D, whatever. So a lot of people just get B, and just with that, it's $174 taken out of your Social Security check. So now obviously if you just get B, you know, A you can get and B together, but you're not going to get covered for everything. And as you know, as we've aged, all of a sudden health becomes a lot more bigger issue. You remember when we were in our 20s, we were indestructible. Even go back to teenage years, playing football out on the fields and get stuck by a guy and just get up and just shake it off. Now I couldn't imagine somebody hitting me right. that wouldn't happen. Also, now we're going to talk about different nations. Now I came up, well, first April discovered Albania, but then we studied it, and we're choosing Albania. Does that mean you should? No, not necessarily. Am I telling you to go somewhere else? No. What I'm asking you to do, study it. Study your retirement. We've been studying this since 2019. Okay? And I did live in Europe a long time ago, but for 3 years. But besides Albania, I want to go through a list of the countries that I really studied, that I really looked at hard. One of which was Belize. Anywhere like Mexico, there's a ton of expats living in Mexico as well, but I locked down to Belize and Panama. Now the good thing, if you stay in the Americas, it's a much easier flight back. When I say easier, it's quicker to get back to America if that's what you really like. Panama, man, did I love Panama. God, give that a real hard look. They have the pensionado, hopefully I pronounced that correctly. The pensionado is a particular visa because they're courting us. They want us to retire there. You get anything from discounts of plane fare, groceries. It's amazing the things that they offer you just to go and retire there. The only thing they're asking is that you can support yourself, and your Social Security check will cover you. So those of you out there, if you got nothing but Social Security coming, and I am not passing judgment, believe me, I'm not. I got lucky that both April and I will have pensions not connected to the federal government, which means we could also get Social Security. What bothers me, like people that work at the post office, they take away a huge chunk of your Social Security because it's federal, and they call it double dipping. I think that's crap. Same thing with military veterans. They take away a lot of their Social Security payment. If you're going to do that, don't take out their Social Security. You know, that's how I feel about it. But the pensionado. Also, Panama's really known for their health care. They got an excellent health care system. Now, on the other side, I was looking at the South Pacific really hard as well. Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, Cambodia, and Indonesia. Other nations really courting us. You can live in those nations about $1,000 a month. They say $1,000 to $2,000. The more I looked at it, same thing with Albania, where April and I are going. I figure $2,000 a month. With both our pensions, that puts us over that. But just with your Social Security, you can do it. Especially if you're married and you got 2 Social Securities. Yeah, you can live pretty well. Okay. The other ones I was looking at in Europe, I looked at Portugal. A lot of expats are there. My cousin Kimmy's studying Portugal, which is wonderful. I also looked at Spain real hard. I spent some time in Spain in a town called Zaragoza. Really cool city. And their old churches like had gargoyles on them and stuff. You know, just looked really medieval, but very cool. You know, I really enjoyed Spain. Also, I looked at hard. If you start looking at the Balkans, which we ended up going, well, that's where we're going. Bulgaria, Hungary, Albania, and Montenegro. Now, for us, one of the major criteria is, not just affordability, but the visa situations. Some of the visas in some of these areas, it was difficult. It was easy to go there in most of these countries, 90 days in, 90 days out. I've talked about that before. So Albania, for Americans, we can stay there 1 year, exit 90, and come right back, okay? Montenegro was a little bit difficult. They really kind of wanted you to buy property. I'm sure there's other ways. I'm going to be visiting Montenegro. That place fascinates me. Mountains, and then there's little villas in there. It reminded me a lot of Switzerland. When we were driving through Switzerland, you're in the ground most of the time. Just tunnels through the mountains, and all of a sudden you break the mountains, and there's a cute little village, and boom, you're right back under another mountain. But really attractive. We will be visiting there. So I really want to touch base here. Am I telling you to go? No. I'm asking you, study it. Look at your options, okay? Don't let someone tell you, no, you got to stay here. And what, work the rest of your life? I don't want to do that. If you choose to do that, great, man. Study it. And if not, turn on YouTube, watch this. I am absolutely certain, will I make mistakes? Sure I will. We're going to bounce from it, okay? I'm going to learn from it. Will I make mistakes? Sure, I'll pick myself up and march right along. But join me on the journey then, I got to finish paying off the cruise by December 9th. And the reason I'm waiting, I can pay it off now. I got the money. But I want to make sure the sale of the house goes through. And once I know for sure, it's a done deal. It really is. The only thing we got to do is sign. And I think the only thing that held it up was Thanksgiving. But tomorrow's Monday, and I think by the end of the week, by the 30th, which is a Thursday, I think that's when we're going to be signing. So then I'm renting from the gentleman until we go. Been getting rid of some stuff. My daughter is coming over to get Christmas stuff, or we're going to deliver it over there. And then she's going to be renting a truck to get whatever furniture she wants. And after that, then I'll open it up to friends and stuff. Am I going to sell most of it? God's been really good to me. If we can help somebody on the way out the door, we're going to do it. Okay? I am going to sell April's motorcycle we still have. But now it's so doggone. We're already heading into winter, so I'll probably hold on to that bike in March. And then we'll sell it in March. One firearm to sell. And then the rest of it, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm not stressing it. Things are going really well. I hope things are going well for you. My hernia, it's been about 6 weeks. Tomorrow I'm going back to the gym. Thank God. Psychologically it's killing me. I'm wasting away. I'm like, I'm getting soft. What is it? So tomorrow I'm going back to the gym. Could take it easy. Kind of go light on the weights. See if I still feel something. This operation is a lot more invasive. If I push, I can kind of feel where I'm still a little tender. You know what I mean? But it's been 6 weeks. I'm going to get back to it. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to do legs yet because I noticed when the other hernia was failing, if I was squatting or doing deadlifts, that's when I could feel that pressure. So I'm going to stay away from that. And I'm getting older. More from the joys of aging. But I wanted to touch base with you guys. Are there other nations that I didn't look at? Absolutely. Absolutely. Some of the nations I stayed away from because they were beautiful, but sometimes they were surrounded by other nations that weren't very nice. So I stayed away from that. I like the idea of being in a NATO nation. That's just what I decide. Okay? But your decisions might be different than mine. And like I said, I'm not telling you to go. Study it, though. Leave yourself an option. And if you go or not, follow along with me. Say, where the hell is this guy going now? Okay? Remember, I love you guys. I'll talk to you all later. Man, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. It was cool with us. We just went out to dinner with April's dad. Most of our cooking stuff, our daughter already took. So we didn't cook this year. We just went out to eat. But it was a nice time. Really enjoyed it. All right, you guys. Love you. Talk to you later.